to the class. As in the previous classes, we were studying about the respiration. So we will discuss today one more important part of the respiration process, through which we take in oxygen and we release out carbon dioxide, which is the waste product of the respiration process. Okay, so the process by which we take in oxygen, this process known as inhalation. Okay, so process of taking oxygen in our body, or intake of oxygen, intake of air in our body is called inhalation. What do we call it? Inhalation. So when we inhale, not only oxygen is taken, even some amount of carbon dioxide is also present. So when we inhale the air, that time large amount of oxygen is present and very small amount of carbon dioxide. Now when respiration is done, then which gas is released? We release carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay, carbon dioxide is molecular formula is CO2. That process is called exhalation. Okay, when we release out, then also we release some amount of oxygen, but very less amount of oxygen, and concentration will be the carbon dioxide. Okay, so now we'll continue. And this respiration is the continuous process till we live, until our life is going on. This respiration and breathing is continuous process. Okay, without breathing nobody can survive, as we know. Okay, and one more important thing, the number of times when a person breathes in a minute is termed as a breathing rate. So how many time a person breathing? Okay, how many time it take in oxygen and release out carbon dioxide? This is called one breath. Okay, taking in oxygen and releasing out carbon dioxide is called one breath. So how many time a person breathe? That is in a minute. How many time a person breathe in a minute? That is called as breathing rate. Fine. During the breathing, inhalation and exhalation takes place alternately. So first inhalation, then exhalation. Exhale means releasing out the carbon dioxide. This is alternately. Okay, first inhalation. So here is given where breathe means one inhalation plus one exhalation, that makes one breath, as I inform you. Now the another question, do we breathe constantly? Constantly means always our breath rate will be same. Lungs are protected in a bony structure or structure of bone. This kind of structure, this is called rib cage. It's a cage like. Okay, that's why it is called rib cage. It's made up of bones. Because our lungs are very delicate part, they damage, they should not get any kind of injury. That is why they are stored in the structure of bone or cage of bone. That is called rib cage. Total we have 12 ribs. How many ribs are there total? 12 ribs that we will discuss in the skeleton part. Okay. So now we'll come here. Trachea. This is the trachea. This part is the trachea, and these are called tracheoles. Okay, and you are seeing this kind of small branches. They are called alveoli. What do you call them? Alveoli. So they are the small sacs, or means bag of muscles, very small. They contain many capillaries, blood capillaries, thin tube of blood. So what is their function? When we inhale the oxygen, it is stored or it is absorbed by the alveoli. Okay, and in the alveoli blood capillaries are there. Those blood capillaries contain the blood, and they absorb this oxygen, and this oxygen is supplied to the heart for supply of other part of the body. Okay, so which and all are part of the respiratory system? They are the nasal passages that include our nostrils. Then behind the nose we have part that is called nasal cavity. Then behind the nose, backside here, this nose to backside, that is called pharynx. Okay, and the pipe which carries oxygen or air from trachea or from windpipe to the lung, that is called tracheoles. And then another structure that is called alveoli. Okay, alveoli are the small bag kind of structure which contains capillaries. In the capillaries we have the blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels. Those blood vessels or blood capillaries, they absorb this oxygen and supply to the blood. So respiratory part we have discussed today class, and what and all happen in the respiratory system. Okay, that will continue in tomorrow class.